we are going to have the national anthem, so we'll send it back to Jared Tharp for a 2-minute timeout.
National anthem, we'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the starting line. We'll be right back.
Back here at the Region 2 Championship game, Ryan Gooch along with David Caleri. The Maryville Lady Rebels were just introduced. They'll be starting with Marquita Porter, Nikki Porter, Lauren McCauley, Lindy Russell, and Katie Pickett. Lady Wildcats will be starting the same lineup that we've seen, I guess, for the past 3 or 4 weeks now. Brandy Long will start at the point, excuse me. Danielle Barnyard will start at the wing. She was the District 4 MVP up there at the district tournament last week. She had a great tournament. Jasmine Henderson will start at one wing, at the other wing, and Lindsay McGinnis will also be playing wing as the Lady Wildcats playing with the 4-guard offense. And then post player Jennifer Wilson. Lindsay McGinnis, as I said earlier, had a great game last night, coming up big for the Lady Wildcats when they needed her. She bombed in a new career high, I believe, 22 points. And I believe, David, I think your voice might be rested enough. It's all yours.
Well, I think I'm going to struggle probably most of the night, and I apologize for that. I very seldom ever get sick, but today has not exactly been the greatest day in terms of voice, but we're going to try to work it out here. And if not, I'll hand the mic over to Ryan, who's done a capable job all season long. And I don't feel bad about doing the statistics. I'd actually like to watch a ball game every once in a while as the Lady Wildcats get ready to go against the Lady Rebels. This is the second meeting between the two schools. Oak Ridge won the first one by 20, 79-59. But we have seen in tournament play how things kind of even up just a little bit. Jennifer Wilson will jump for the Lady Wildcats. For the Lady Rebels, Katie Pickett will jump for them, and we're about to get set here on AM 1290 WATO and Tennessee Cablevision Channel 12. It'll be Wilson against Pickett. Wilson Pickett, that's an old group as the shot is up, and the ball is up, controlled by Maryville. With the basketball will come Nikki Porter, and she'll set the dribble across the line and fire it past, almost taken away by Wilson, saved on the floor by Maryville. With the basketball will come Marquita Porter. She lost the ball, taken away by McGinnis. McGinnis down the floor for the Lady Wildcats and gives it over to Brandy Long. Brandy outside the three-point stripe. Looks inside Wilson, turning, spinning shot, good. Wilson fires it up and drops it through. And Oak Ridge leads it by a score of 2-0, 7:35 to play in the first quarter. Here come the Lady Rebels. The winner gets a bye at the sectional tournament. Bearden is already advanced. Both of these two teams will advance, but the winner will get the bye, as we mentioned earlier. They have the basketball inside the paint. There's a shot. It's up, no good. Brandy Long on the rebound for the Lady Wildcats. Here's the long alley pass to Jasmine. Jasmine drives in, layup, good. 4-0 Oak Ridge. The Lady Wildcats hit the shot after the great pass by Brandy Long.
Great start for the Lady Wildcats, David. Last night they struggled early on with the easy buckets in the paint. Jennifer Wilson came out tonight, got her first shot, something she hasn't done the last week. As there's I believe a 2-pointer knocked down. I didn't see who knocked it down. It was knocked in the corner. It was knocked down by Marquita Porter. That's her first 2 points in the ball game. Lady Wildcats lead at 4-2.
Setting up their half-court offense. Over goes to McGinnis. Looks inside to Jasmine's going to drive the baseline. Pull up, take an 8-footer. It's off the rim. No good. Maryville on the rebound. Pulling it away is number 50, Lindy Russell. And down the floor will come the Lady Rebels. Sully walking it to the time stripe is Nikki Porter. She works the ball left side inside for a shot, which is up good. They score with Laura McCulley, and back the other way will come Oak Ridge. Danielle Barnard looking inside of Wilson, backs it over to Brandy. Brandy along to Barnard, looks inside Wilson, turning, spinning, driving, shooting up. Good. Wilson has hit her first 2 shots, and Oak Ridge has a 2-point lead. 6-4 the score. It's very encouraging to see Wilson shooting the ball so well here early on. For the basketball will come the Red Devils, or the Rebels that is. They work the ball to the top as the Oak Ridge boys and the Clinton Dragons also have arrived as the shot is missed by Maryville. On the rebound, Jasmine Henderson. Henderson down the floor for the Wildcats. Races all the way in for a layup, which is up. No good. There's Wilson on the rebound, back up, and it is no good. On the rebound will come the Lady Rebels of Maryville High School. Lindy Russell, a 5'11 senior, works the ball down the floor, and a personal foul is going to be called against Oak Ridge. 5:38 to play, first quarter. Oak Ridge in the lead by a score of 6-4. The boys' game will follow. The Wildcats taking on the Clinton Dragons. We'll have the broadcast immediately following this ball game. They work the ball inside for a shot, stripped of the ball. Another foul is going to be called against Oak Ridge. Let's see who this one's against. It'll be in the act of shooting. Personal foul, I think, will go against number 40, Jennifer Wilson. That'll be her first personal foul. Team foul number 2. Indeed, they rule her in the act of shooting. And Laura McCulley, 5'11 post, will go to the free throw line. 2 shots. Tosses up, good. McCulley has 3. Back to the free throw line she goes. McCulley back up. It's up. Hits the rim, no good. She gets the rebound, goes back up with it. It's all over. No good. They get the rebound again. Another foul is going to be called against Oak Ridge. 6-5 our score. They've had trouble at the scorers table throughout the course of this tournament. The official person wearing a striped shirt and a big orange hat put it up on the Oak Ridge side just a moment ago on the free throws. As they go back to the free throw line, it'll be Katie Pickett this time. Free throw is up, good. We're tied at 6. 5:33 to play in the first quarter. Pickett back to the free throw line for one more shot. 6-6 our score. Looks at the shot, it's up, and it is good. Back down the floor will come Oak Ridge, with will come Brandy Long. Brandy works the ball across the line, sets the dribble outside the 3-point stripe to Henderson, over to McGinnis. McGinnis looks up high, looks inside to Jasmine. They give her the feed, she lost the ball. Taken away by Maryville. Lady Rebel basketball, they lead by 1, 7-6 to score. 5:17 to play as they work the ball down the floor. They come cross court with the pass. Here comes Pickett with a shot. It's up, no good. The rebound, Barnard. Barnard of Oak Ridge. The Lady Wildcats racing down the floor, trailing by 1. Barnard stumbles, gives it inside to Jasmine for the layup, good. Jasmine has 4, the Lady Wildcats 8, and Oak Ridge leads by 1. 8-7 our score. 4:57 to play in the first quarter. Down the floor once again will come the Lady Rebels. Deflected pass saved away by Maryville. On the baseline it goes to McCauley. She lost the dribble, picked it up on the floor and fires it outside for a 3, which is up, good. 3-point shot by Lindy Russell, and Maryville leads by 2. 10-8 the score here in the girls game, and here comes Brandy Long down the floor. Looks straight at a 3, on its way, it's up, hits the rim, no good. On the rebound will come the Lady Rebels. Pulling it away is Lindy Russell, and she gives it over to Porter. Porter brings it across the line. Maryville up by 2. Porter fires a pass intercepted by Wilson. Good defense, Barnard and Henderson. Jennifer gives it inside to Jasmine for a layup, which is up, good. Jasmine has 6 points, and Oak Ridge has tied the game at 10. Down the floor with the basketball once again will come the Rebels. 4:11 to play, first quarter. From the Halls High School gym at the Region 2 basketball tournament. They loop the ball left corner. Off it goes to McCulley. McCulley's shot is no good. On the rebound will come McGinnis to Brandy Long. Brandy brings the ball across the time stripe, goes inside Wilson, free throw line shot. Nothing but net for Jennifer Wilson. 6 points for her, and a timeout is asked for by Maryville. Oak Ridge leads by 2. We'll take a break. 3:49 to play first quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Wilson, that's big. It's huge. We got the second quarter. if you'll get me a Coke before. Yeah. David Clary, along with Ryan Gooch, our engineer back at WATO, is Jared Tharp. We're also on Tennessee Cablevision Channel 12 today. Matt Tedford, Scott Fisher, along with our fine person, Philip Leander. It'll be Maryville basketball. 12-10 the score. Here come the Lady Rebels. Porter with it across the line to her sister. They'll set the dribble at the top. Marquita Porter works around and works the ball to the top of the circle off to Nikki Porter. Nikki Porter fires a pass inside. They throw the ball away, almost taken away by McGinnis. Saved on the floor by Pickett. She drives inside to Porter, 8-footer. It's up, no good. Wilson on the rebound for Oak Ridge. Oak Ridge quickly down the floor. With it will come Oak Ridge's Jasmine. Drives in for another shot. Good, and she is fouled. Jasmine Henderson finishing the shots in the paint, and she goes to the free throw line with one shot upcoming.
8 points now for Jasmine, David, and the Lady Wildcats getting production out of their post. I guess Jasmine Henderson's the other Lady Wildcat in there playing post. She has 8, Wilson has 6. All 14 of the Lady Wildcat points coming from those two ladies. Great start for those two tonight.
Jasmine's free throw is up, good. Jasmine really shooting the ball well, and Oak Ridge has a 5-point lead. 15-10 the score. That was the third team foul called against the Lady Rebels. Here's a pass to Porter. Marquita Porter, she works the ball across the line, lost it, taken on the floor by Brandy Long. Brandy outside the three-point stripe, looks inside. Wilson turning, spinning, shooting up. It's good. Wilson 4 for 4 from the field with 8 points. And Oak Ridge leads 17-10. Here come the Lady Rebels down the floor. 3:07 to play in the first quarter. Maryville basketball. They work the ball to the outside for a shot. It's an air ball, no good. Saved by McGinnis. She steps out of bounds with it. Probably should have let the ball go out of bounds. I think she probably felt that Marquita Porter was going to be able to get over there and get the ball right back into play. She touches it and it goes out of bounds. The Maryville basketball, they work the ball in and it comes to Porter. Top of the circle it goes to Nikki Porter, out for a 3-point shot, which is missed on the rebound. Brandy Long of Oak Ridge. Brandy down the floor, gives it over to Wilson. Wilson drives in, 5 for 5. No, she missed the shot. It looked like she was going to hit it, like kind of stumbled at the last minute, might have had some contact, and the Lady Wildcats give possession back to the Lady Rebels. We've got 2:39 to play in the first quarter. Oak Ridge up by 7, 17-10. Nikki Porter, struggling, is going to be fouled by Oak Ridge. Personal foul called against the Lady Wildcats. Oak Ridge set the trap and probably a little bit too aggressive. And with 2:33 to play, it's a 17-10 lead. It'll be the Lady Rebels with the basketball side court. Sarah Feckerty, 9th grader, 5'8", will work the ball in. And it comes to number 50. That'll be Lindy Russell. Russell in the rear court. Brings the ball back across the stripe. Fires a pass to the right corner. Off it goes to Feckerty. Feckerty drives in against Wilson. Really stripped of the ball. Saved by them. Shot is up. No good. Wilson on the rebound. Jennifer down to Brandy Long. Here come the Lady Wildcats down the floor. Brandy with it to Barnard. She's got a 3. It's up. It is no good. On the rebound will come Maryville. For the basketball will come Feckerty to Russell. Down the right side it goes to Feckerty once again. She drives right, cut off there by Jasmine Henderson. Backs it up to the top of the key. Deflected pass saved by Porter. Inside it goes to Russell. Russell's shot is short. Brandy Long on the rebound for Oak Ridge. Under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter, and Oak Ridge leads by 7. 17-10 the score. Here it comes to Brandy Long. Brandy dribbles in. There's McGinnis. The three-pointer is on its way. Launched. Net. Up and good. Lindsay McGinnis, her 82nd three-pointer of the season, and Oak Ridge's lead is 10. 20-10 the score. Here's a steal by McGinnis. McGinnis drives, stops, shoots, good! McGinnis scores 5 straight, and Coach Suzanne Singleton wants a timeout, and listen to the Oak Ridge fans. 1:35 to play first quarter, 22-10. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Hopefully tonight. It's possible. I like that head. When you do the play-by-play, slow it down. Back here at the Halls High School gym, the Region 2 basketball tournament. Here's another missed shot by Maryville. They get the rebound back up. Good. They score in the paint this time. Taking the shot was Laura McCauley, and down the floor will come Oak Ridge's Barnard. Barnard to a cutting Jamaica King. Whistle blows, and a foul is going to be called against Maryville. Oak Ridge on top by 10, 22-12. A minute 14 to play in the first quarter. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball underneath the goal. The loser of this game plays Tennessee High at 3:30 p.m. on Thursday. The winner gets a bye and will play at 6:45 on Friday. Oak Ridge works in Jamaica King for the shot, no good. Wilson on the rebound, the alternate possession arrow pointing towards Oak Ridge. So the Lady Wildcats will get the basketball. 10-point Oak Ridge lead, 22-12 the score. A minute 11 to play in the first quarter. Brandy Long will work the ball in from the right corner to Barnard. Barnard works the ball top of the circle, looks inside, fires it over to Brandy. Brandy dribbles to the midcourt circle. Oak Ridge by 10 with the basketball. Brandy attacks right, gives it over to Barnard. Barnard thought about driving, goes to Wilson. Wilson free throw line shot, good. Jennifer Wilson has 10. Surpassing her point total from last night, and she is firing up. Here's a steal by Wilson. The Barnard layup, good. Lady Wildcats rolling up some points here. 26-12 the score, 44 seconds to play, and this is the Lady Wildcat basketball team we've seen play all season long as Maryville throws the ball away. This is Lady Wildcat basketball.
Finally, David, is after the Lady Wildcats have struggled a little bit the past few ball games. They've come out here tonight and just playing some great basketball. Just a few moments ago, it was 17-12. And all of a sudden, 26-12, Lady Wildcats, as you said, rolling up the points, doing it with the defense. McGinnis hit a three. Wilson got a steal, gave it to McGinnis, hit another shot. Barnard got a quick bucket off another steal. Lady Wildcats rolling.
Brandy Long with it outside the line, works the ball to the top of the circle. Oak Ridge by 14. There's Barnard. Barnard thought about a three, penetrates, waits, gives it over to Brandy. Brandy thought about a three, drives in, free throw line. There's Barnard free. Three-pointer on its way, no good. But there's Jasmine Henderson back up with a shot, no good. Wilson, a big board, back up with a shot, no good. But she does draw the foul. 21.5 seconds to play in the first quarter. Oak Ridge in the lead, 26-12. A win gives you a bye in that first round of the tournament and basically gets you on the opposite side of the Sullivan South team that won the Region 1 championship yesterday. Wilson at the free throw line, her toss is up. It's rimming out, no good. Back to the free throw line she goes. Jennifer Wilson to the charity stripe. 77% free throw shooter, missed that shot. On the rebound will come the Lady Rebels. Down the floor with it will come Lindy Russell. 16 seconds to play. To Porter, she hits it over and back. They didn't call it. Here's a steal by Wilson. Wilson stops, gives it over to Jasmine. Jasmine drives in for a layup. It's good. Jasmine Henderson with 11 points. And with 5.7 seconds to play in the first quarter, Oak Ridge has a 28-12 lead. 5.7 seconds as Wilson comes out to a standing ovation from some of the Oak Ridge Lady Wildcat fans across the gym. And it's a huge Oak Ridge turnout across the way. In fact, the whole gym is full. Maryville to work the ball in, and it comes to number 44. That'll be McCauley once again. They're in the rear court. 2-1. The first quarter has come to a close. Our score after one quarter of basketball at this Region 2 championship ball game. Lady Wildcats trying to defend their title. They lead it 28-12, and we'll be back in 60 seconds. Maybe.
You want to sit right there?
Not much.
Hold on. We are back here at Halls High School gym. Ryan Gooch, David Clary, engineer back in the stations, Jared Tharp. Here's a momentarily a steal by Lindsay McGinnis. It will be Maryville Lady Rebels with the basketball. That's Pickett. Pickett works it out top to Russell, who works it into the post to McCauley. McCauley spins, tries to work the dribble back out, gets it over to Woodruff, who's just checked into the ball game. Woodruff gets it into McCauley, takes one dribble, puts up the shot in the paint, and she'll score it. Nice little post move that time by Laura McCauley. her 7th point, and back the other way will be the Lady Wildcats with Danielle Barnard. Barnard works it over to Long, who works it to McGinnis, inside to Wilson, pump fake, shot up and in, and scores it. Jennifer, 12 points in the ball game, and finally another good game for Jennifer after she struggled the last few. Back the other way will come the Maryville Rebels. Here's a steal by Jamaica King. Maryville had a 2-on-1. Jamaica stuck her hands up, got the pass and stole it. Lady Wildcats in transition. Here's Brandy Long, thought about a 3, now works it over to McGinnis. McGinnis working against pressure applied by Marquita Porter. McGinnis over to Jamaica King, to Barnard off the loose ball, and Barnard will collect the loose ball and go in and score the layup for her 4th point. And the Lady Wildcats lead 32-14. 1 minute here to go in the 1 minute gone here in the 2nd quarter, and I believe the Maryville Lady Rebels will take a timeout. We're going to take one ourselves. We'll be back to Halls High School Gym in 30 seconds. We are back here at Halls High School Gym as the Lady Wildcats will come out of the timeout after the turnover by the Lady Rebels. It will be Lady Wildcat basketball. Danielle Barnard, the inbound it to Brandy Long. Right back to Barnard. She takes a baseline, pulls the dribble back out to Long for 3. Here it is. On its way in and out, no good. Rebound tipped, almost brought away by Jasmine Henderson, but it will be the Lady Rebels, Casey Hammondtree recovering it. Here's Hinton nearly getting a steal. Player knocked down, Maryville Lady Rebels. Here's an entry pass over, or an outlet pass over to Fakey. Fakey gives it over to a 3, and that 3 will be knocked down by Russell, who gets her 6th point. Lindy Russell knocks it down to 3 and cuts the lead to 15, 32, 17. Lady Wildcats on top. Here's Henderson with the basketball. Now penetrates all the way in, shot up off the glass, and I believe a foul is going to be called against number 50, Lindy Russell. And that's Russell's 1st foul, the 4th team foul. Or her 2nd foul. David, I guess I missed one. Jasmine Henderson will go to the free throw line for 2, shooting 62%. She has 2 shots coming as it was a shooting violation. First shot on its way, and it's going to be good. Jasmine knocks it down. Jasmine, 12 points here in this ball game, very early in the 2nd quarter. Only just about 1 minute and 45 left to go. Her career high is 18. She's got 12, looking for her 13th. Jasmine coming on strong here at the end of the season for the Lady Wildcats. That free throw is missed, however, and the rebound will be brought away by Casey Hammondtree. Hammondtree works it up the floor, and here's going to be, I thought, a turnover. I guess Jasmine Henderson knocked it out of bounds, and it will be Lady Rebel basketball once again. A new player checking into the ball game, that's Robin Brown. She replaces Lindy Russell, who sits down with, I believe, 6 points, and Jennifer Wilson checks back in for the Lady Wildcats, replacing Jamaica King. Lady Rebels stand down the ball, get it into the corner. Here's a trap momentarily, and now here's a shot into the post. There's a block by Aaron Hinton. Hinton into the basketball game as well for the Lady Wildcats. Here's Barnard into the post for Wilson spinning, and you better believe it, that's automatic for Jennifer Wilson from right there with nobody in her face. And here's the Lady Wildcats in the full court trap, and here's a block's going to be called against Jasmine Henderson. That's a kind of iffy call, and that's going to be Jasmine's 2nd. I thought it was a clear steal by Jennifer Wilson. Official had a better angle, though. He was standing right there. And that's a state tournament official, so we'll go with his judgment on that one. As he's seen many more ball games than I've seen, maybe even more than you, David, but I don't know about that one. It will be Maryville basketball, as Jasmine did pick up her 2nd foul. That was the 5th Lady Wildcat team foul, and here's a steal by Aaron Hinton. Hinton gives the ball over to McGinnis, who works it right back to Brandy Long.
Good.
Brandy over to Barnard, a little 17-footer, in and out, no good. Rebound brought away by number 30, that's Sarah Becky, excuse me. And she works it out top to a new player in the ball game. That's Woodruff. Woodruff throws the ball away as the Lady Rebels don't know what to do against this Lady Wildcat press. As the Lady Wildcats all over the Lady Rebels right now. Nicole Pulfil's checking in for the Lady Wildcats, replacing Danielle Barnard, who's going to go get a rest, David, as she's been running up and down the floor for this whole entire ball game. She's had a few steals. I believe she'll check out with 4 points. Been very instrumental on the defensive end of the floor for the Lady Wildcats has Danielle. Here's McGinnis. Thought about shooting a long-range 3. Now works off a screen by Wilson. Pulls up for a mid-range jumper. Is going to fall short. And the rebound is going to be knocked out of bounds, I believe, by the Maryville Lady Rebels. Thought maybe Jennifer Wilson knocked it out. Kind of screamed by the pole in front of me. As here is the entry pass to McGinnis for 3 on its way. In and out, no good. Rebound brought away by Katie Pickett. And Pickett gives the ball up to Marquita Porter, who works it up the floor to Jessica Sterling, who just checked in. Sterling works it over to Brown, who gives it for a shot on its way and knocked down by Katie Pickett. And Pickett gets her 4th point. And back the other way will come Brandy Long. Long to Wilson, to Hinton from the free throw line. Shot falls off, no good. There's Nicole Polfus on the rebound though, puts it back up, no good. Hinton on the board, up off the glass, no good. Rebound tip, controlled, brought away by Nicole Polfus. Lady Wildcats, great job on the boards right there. They missed some easy layups, but they kept getting second chance opportunities, and that's about all you can ask for when you miss a shot in the paint. Here's McGinnis with the ball now, working it to Long, inside to Hinton, pump fake shot, no good. Players interface, and the shot fell short off the rim, and the rebound will be brought away by Brown of the Lady Rebels. And this will be an over in the back call right here, as the pass from Marquita Porter to Robin Brown escaped underneath the arm of Robin, and it was an over in the back. Danielle Barnard checks back in. I thought she was going to be replacing Brandy Long. Instead, Nicole Polfus will check right back out. Barnard probably just got a little bit of instruction sitting on the bench for just, I guess, about 15 or 20 seconds. Here's Brandy Long getting the entry pass to Jennifer Wilson. Here's Barnard running off a screen. Wanted to shoot the 3, now it's going to penetrate in. A little hop step over to Brandy. Brandy goes up for the shot, and she's going to walk. Good thing they called the walk, David, because I believe she would have been called for an offensive player control foul right there, as she kind of ran over Marquita Porter as she was going in for the shot. Marquita Porter works it into her sister, Nikki. Nikki working against the 1-2-2 Lady Wildcat press, and here's Hinton with a steal. Over to Wilson, layup. All alone, nobody interface, and Jennifer scores her 16th point. And I believe a foul is going to be called right here against Lindsay McGinnis, as she was stepping up against Porter, and that's Nikki Porter, and trying to get the steal, and McGinnis will pick up her 2nd foul. Both Jasmine and Lindsay have 2 fouls. Brandy Long has 1 foul, and another Lady Wildcat has a foul somewhere that I missed, I believe on the 1st or 2nd time down the floor. McGinnis will check out, and she is replaced by Nicole Polfus, who checked back in. Lady Wildcats not wanting to risk Lindsay McGinnis picking up her 3rd foul here in the 2nd quarter. Just under 4 minutes here to go. Here is a player going all the way down the floor. That's going to be Marquita Porter, and she was fouled by Erin Hinton, as Hinton will pick up her 1st foul, as Erin was just a little bit slow rotating over, and she committed the blocking violation. End of the ball game is going to check Jamaica King replacing Erin Hinton, and Hinton will check out. No points, but she did a good job on the boards here, as it's going to be Marquita Porter to the free throw line for 1 in the bonus. Free throw is up and in good. And I believe Marquita Porter scores actually that's her 3rd point in the ball game. Now she's 1 of 1 from the free throw line. She has another one on the way. There's still more fans fouling in. 2nd free throw is good. And David, there's not much room left in this place. They're going to probably have to close the doors. So hopefully all the Wildcat fans that were going to come out are already here. I doubt that though, and I believe a foul is going to be called against maybe Jamaica King. I believe that's going to be the case. That is, foul is away from the ball, and that's going to be Jamaica's 1st foul, and it will be 1 in the bonus now for, it looks like, number 22, Jessica Sterling. To be honest, I didn't see the foul as I was following the ball. I guess the foul occurred up at the top of the screen, maybe an illegal screen, top of the key. The foul is where the foul occurred. I'm guessing it was probably an illegal screen and set by Jamaica King. To the free throw line will go Sterling. Yet to score in the ball game. 1st free throw is good. She now has her 1st, and she gets the bonus. Maryville shooting free throws very well. Now in the ball game, if they knock this one down, they'll be 7 of 8. Actually, they're going to be 6 of 8, and Nicole Polfus will pull the rebound as that free throw was missed. Back the other way will come Nicole, and she walked with the basketball as she picked up her dribble and then picked up her pivot foot, turns the ball over. But the Lady Wildcats still lead by 15, 37-22. As 3:30 here to go in the 1st half of play of this Region 2 championship game. Here's nearly a steal by Polfus, as Porter nearly threw it right in her hands. Porter with the basketball now swings it over to Brown. Brown skips it across to Sterling, thought about a 3, now pulls it down, skips it out to Nikki Porter, but a deflection by Barnard. Barnard works it over to Polfus, who gives it to Brandy Long. Brandy brings the ball down the floor over to Barnard in the left corner. She wanted to shoot the 3, but now she'll back it out to Brandy Long. Danielle Barnard in the ball game, as is Jennifer Wilson, Nicole Polfus, Jamaica King, and Brandy Long. This is Brandy Long with the basketball now. Calling the play. She'll reset the offense as Maryville now has settled back into a 2-3 zone. They were in a man-to-man for the majority of the first quarter, and then the Lady Wildcats ran up the big lead as Jennifer Wilson gets the shot to fall. 18 points for Jennifer, and that shot bounced about 5 times on the rim before it dropped. She got the shooter's roll tonight, something she didn't get last night, and here is the turnover once again by the Lady Rebels. Lady Wildcat press eating the Lady Rebels alive, as I don't have a turnover count, but I'm guessing the turnovers are already upwards of 10, maybe to 12 for the Lady Rebels. Danielle Barnard to inbound the basketball right in front of Scott Fisher from Tennessee Cablevision. This will be Danielle Barnard with the basketball now into the Wilson, and I believe a blocking foul is going to be called in the paint against number 30. That's going to be Sarah Feckie. I got it right that time. I'll get it right the rest of the night. Thank you, David Clary. And I believe the foul's going to be on the floor before Jennifer Wilson can get the shot up. So it will be Brandy Long to inbound the ball for the Lady Wildcats. Looking to get it in, now finds Wilson. Wilson hands it right over to Barnard, who calls for a player to come high. Now gives it to Wilson at free throw line. Turnaround jumper. Jennifer Wilson scores her 20th point, and she is on fire. 10 of 12 from the field. This might be one of her best shooting games in her career. Here's a shot put up and knocked out of bounds by the Lady Wildcats as the shot was well short. I believe Jennifer Wilson knocked it out as she was going for the rebound. She was fighting for the ball and just simply knocked it out of bounds. They're able to inbound the ball. They get it into Porter. I believe that's Nikki. She's going to put up the shot. The shot's no good, but she is fouled by Barnard, and I believe that might be Barnard's second foul, David. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. I believe that might have been the foul I missed. That is her first foul, not her second. 19 foul, so the next foul will be the team foul on the Lady Wildcats, and that means double bonus for the rest of the way. The shot now, the free throw knocked down by Nikki Porter. She gets her first point in the night, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, and she has 2 points now. Here's Brandy Long up the floor to Barnard. Wanted to pull up the middle of a mid-range jumper. Here's Wilson turning, spinning, shooting, and scoring, and Jennifer Wilson is simply on fire. She cannot do any wrong tonight, knocking every shot down she takes. 11 of 13. Here's nearly a steal by the Lady Wildcats, Polfus and Long. Here is number 34, that's Leah Woodruff for the ball. Now here's Barnard for a steal, racing in for the layup. She's got it. Instead, she's going to be fouled from Porter as she was racing for the layup. Good foul that time by Porter to send Barnard to the free throw line. And this place has no more room, David. I think every seat in here is packed. They're going to have to close the gates, or they're going to have to make everybody else stand up. 1:55 here to go in the first half. Lady Wildcats on top, 43-24, 19-point lead, and it will be Danielle Barnard to the free throw line. 4 points on the night, yet to attempt a free throw. Now she gets the first free throw to roll in and good. Danielle now 5 points on the night. Lady Wildcats lead by 20. Great first half of play for the Lady Wildcats as I see Renee Robinson getting ready to check in after this free throw. The free throw is good, and here comes Renee. I believe she's going to be replacing Jennifer Wilson, who checks out with 22 points. What a half for Jennifer Wilson, and she gets a standing ovation from the Lady Wildcat fans across the way. As this will be Nikki Porter with the ball. She walks, and she just simply turns it over. Another turnover for the Lady Rebels. Lady Wildcat basketball leading by 21, 45, 24, 1:53 here to go in this first half of basketball. It will be Brandy Long to work it in. All 4 Lady Wildcats standing at the free throw line. The Lady Wildcats set the play in the motion. Here's the entry in the Barnard at the free throw or 3-point line. Works it back to Brandy Long. Long works it out top to Nicole Polfus, who works it right back to Brandy Long. 1:40 here to go in the first half. Here's the pass to Mickey King. She turns, and she's going to be called for an offensive foul. To be quite honest, I think McCauley just took a dive that time, and she got bumped a little bit, fell to the floor. And that's going to be Jamaica's second foul. As some substitutions coming in for the Lady Rebels, Nikki Porter will check out. I didn't see who checked in for her. Might have been Brown. Here's a steal by Jamaica King as the Lady Rebels throw the ball right to her. Danielle with the basketball now over to Brandy Long, over to Nicole Polfus. Polfus looking for a post, now skips it across to Danielle Barnard, takes one dribble, as the Lady Wildcats might be holding for the final shot, but I doubt it. They're not going to. They set the offense in motion now. Here's Danielle Barnard with the ball to Polfus. Polfus, a little mid-range jumper off the glass, no good. Rebound, Nicole fights for it, and I believe the ball is going to be knocked out of bounds by the Lady Rebels. Good hustle that time by Nicole Polfus to try to chase down the loose ball. I believe she knocked it off the Lady Rebel. As Leah Woodruff was chasing after it for the Lady Rebels, she couldn't control it. Lady Wildcats with the basketball. Entering the Barnard in the corner, wants to take a three, now penetrates, puts up a little runner, no good. Rebound, Barnard had it for a moment, but she lost it out of bounds, and it will be Lady Rebel basketball trailing by 21, 45-24, 1:08 here to go in this first half of basketball. Jennifer Wilson checks back in. She replaces Jamaica King, who will check out with 2 fouls. This will be Katie Brown with the basketball now, or Robin Brown, excuse me. She works it up the floor to Marquita Porter, over to a player who'll take the shot and score it, Sarah Fedeke. We'll get the shot. Here's Wilson spinning for the Lady Wildcats, shooting. She missed it. There's Barnard on the rebound though, and she'll go up and she'll be fouled on the putback by Marquita Porter. Lady Wildcats can do no wrong, as Danielle Barnard will go to the line looking for 8th points, 2 of 2 from the line already. As the Lady Wildcats now lead by 19, 45-26, 48.2 seconds here to go in this first half of play in this Region 2 championship game, as the first free throw was good by Barnard. Now 7 points in the ball game, and she'll have to go to the line for 1 more. Second free throw is good as well, and the Lady Wildcats now lead by 21 once again, and Jennifer Wilson checks right back out. They're being replaced by Jamaica King. I think Jamaica came back into the ball game just for a little bit of instruction, or went to the bench for a little bit of instruction. Here's Nelia still by Barnard, and I believe they're going to call the ball knocked out of bounds by the Lady Rebels, and it will be Lady Wildcat basketball once again. 44.9 seconds here to go. This will be Brandy Long with the basketball, now setting the offense in motion, squaring the court now, looking under the goal. Wanted to throw it into the post to maybe Jamaica King or Renee Robinson, but instead backs it out. Wildcats holding for the final shot, I believe. This is Nicole Pulpus. Thought about shooting a 3, now skips it over to Brandy Long. Under 30 seconds here to go in the first half. Lady Wildcats lead 47-26. You're listening to Wildcat Basketball on WHEO 1290 and on Tennessee Cablevision, Channel 12. From Tennessee Cablevision, we have Philip Leander, Scott Fisher, and Matt Teffer here tonight. And this is Ryan Gitch and David Clary for WATO. Our engineer back in the station is Jared Tharp. Here's Brandy Long, 5 seconds, skips it across the Barnard, shot at the buzzer. Here it is, it's on its way, and it's good. She knocks down the 3 at the buzzer, and Danielle Barnard scores her 11th point of the first half. That 3 right at the buzzer, and the Lady Wildcats lead by 24 at the half. And they're excited going to the locker room, David Clary, and they have every right to be, as they have come out and simply demolished the Lady Rebels here in the first half of basketball.
This is the best Oak Ridge has played since the regular season. They haven't played this well in the tournaments yet. Jennifer Wilson has fueled Lady Wildcats offense with 22 points, but everybody's playing crisp. They're hustling on defense. They're getting good shots. They're playing smart basketball, and the press is just eating up the Lady Rebels alive. And they
We are back here at Halls High School gym. Ryan Gooch along with David Clary. Our engineer back in the station is Jared Tharp. I did the last quarter because David's voice is struggling a little bit. He wants to have some left over for the guys' game. He doesn't know if he's going to have enough to do that game either, so I'm going to go ahead and do the third quarter as well, and maybe David will be back in the fourth quarter. I believe it's going to be Lady Wildcat basketball coming out to start the third quarter, playing with the starters. And David, as I look over there at the center of the floor, Lady Wildcats all smiles on the bench. Coach Berkey even has a smile on his face, something that you hardly ever see. Lady Wildcats ready to go. They're having fun. They're out to a 24-point lead in the first half, 50-26. Lady Wildcat basketball starting the third quarter as we speak. Here's the entry pass into McGinnis. McGinnis will work against pressure applied by, Marquita Porter, and she will work it, but now over to Brandy Long. Brandy Long will set the offense in motion, penetrates in, picks it back out, now over to Barnard for 3 on its way. Danielle missed it. There's Jennifer Wilson on the rebound though. She skips it to McGinnis. Here's the 3 on its way. Bang, baby! Lindsay McGinnis knocks down 1 more 3. She's got 3 threes on the night, I believe. 2 threes on the night. I missed one. She's shooting the ball well. 88 3-pointers now on the air. Back on pace, maybe. I say maybe to hit 100 threes. Here's the pass, throwing the ball away. Did the Lady Rebels off the hands of Laura McCauley, and back the other way will be Lady Wildcat basketball, leading now 53-26. Lady Wildcats playing some of the best basketball they've played in some weeks, David, at least ever since tournament time. Brandy Long with the basketball now. Penetrates in. Thought she was to take it all the way. Now works it to McGinnis. Here's another three on the way. Short, no good. Rebound brought away by Brandy Long. She gives it to Jennifer Wilson. Jennifer wants to take the shot, and she's going to be fouled as she was pumping and shoot the ball. She pulled it back down and drew the foul. The foul is going to be go against number 20, Nikki Porter. That's her second. She's only a sophomore. She's a 5'6" guard, and it's going to be a foul on the floor. And Brandy Long to work the ball in, gets it into Barnard, has an open three, now wants to penetrate. Works it instead to the right side of Brandy Long. Here's an open three on its way, no good. Rebound brought away, Jasmine Henderson for the Lady Wildcats. Jasmine penetrates in, now kicks it back out to Long, over to Barnard. Barnard wants to penetrate in, now works it back to Brandy Long. Brandy will call a new play. She gets the call from Coach Prudden and now penetrates to the free throw line. Works it to Jasmine Henderson, who works inside the Jennifer Wilson, spinning from the free throw line, shot no good. Rebound tipped, controlled, and brought away by number 50, Lindy Russell for the Lady Rebels. Russell picks up her dribble, now throws the ball away. Here's the steal by the Lady Wildcats, Brandy Long. Long picks up the ball over to Wilson. Wilson dribbling, works it over to Barnard. Barnard has an open lane, takes a baseline, backs it out to Jasmine Henderson. Here's Jasmine, step inside the three-point line, shot no good. Rebound brought away once again by Lindy Russell. And back the other way will come Nikki Porter. Porter being harassed everywhere she goes by Jasmine Henderson and Lindsay McGinnis. Here's nearly a 5-second count. She gets it over to her sister, Marquita, who fires up a three, in and out, no good. McCauley's there on the rebound, and she'll put it up and score the first 2 points of the second half for the Maryville Lady Rebels. And we are just under 2 minutes gone by in the second half. Lindsay McGinnis driving baseline, goes all the way in, fouled, there's some contact, no foul called, and back the other way will come Nikki Porter. Porter with the ball now, excuse me, that's Marquita Porter. And she throws the ball away anyway. It's still a turnover, one way or the other. Whether it's one Porter sister or the other one turning it over, there's been a lot of turnovers. Here's Jasmine Henderson going in for the layup, and she'll be fouled, and now we'll go to the line for 2 shots. The foul on the Lady Rebels will go against number 54, I believe, Katie Pickett, her first. To the free throw line will go Jasmine Henderson. She's to the line for 2 shots, 11 points in the ball game, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Lady Wildcats on top, 53-28, 5:30 here to go in this third quarter. Free throw is in and good as it kind of rolled around. I wasn't sure if it was going to fall. It rolled in, she got the shooters rolling, she has another free throw coming as it was a 2-shot foul. Jasmine now 12 points in the ball game, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, and has 1 more attempt coming. She takes her normal 2 dribbles, sets her feet, guns the free throw in, no good. Rebound brought away by Wilson, now saved to McGinnis, who works it right back to Brandy Long. Barnard, here's an open 3, she didn't take it though. Danielle will work it back to Brandy, who gives it right back to Barnard, who will reset the offense. Here's McGinnis, thought about shooting a long 3, who hands it right back to Brandy Long, over to Danielle Barnard. Barnard wants to penetrate in, now skips it to McGinnis. McGinnis fires up a 3, it's no good. Not a good shot that time, she rushed it a little bit, didn't get her feet set, and she missed it short because of it. Here's a foul is going to be called, I believe, on Danielle Barnard. That's going to be her 3rd foul in the ball game. The second team foul of the half, her 2nd foul. As it's going to be Lindy Russell to work the basketball in once again for the Lady Rebels. They're playing with Lindy Russell, Marquita, and Nikki Porter, McCauley, and number 40, that is Casey Hammondtree. Here's a loose ball, Russell for all over the floor. Finally, Lindy Russell picks it up, and a foul is going to be called against Lindsay McGinnis. Kind of a silly little foul that time by Lindsay. She kind of slapped McCauley on, or Hammond, yes, Russell on the arm, and that's going to be Lindsay's 3rd foul. That was the foul I missed. And now into the ball game is going to check Jamaica King. Jamaica will replace Lindsay McGinnis, who will sit down in the ball game. Lindsay has 8 points, 2 more 3-pointers, 88 now on the year. Here's a steal by Wilson. Wilson hands the ball over to Danielle Barnard, who will bring the ball down the floor slowly for the Lady Wildcats. She backs it back to Brandy Long, over to Jasmine Henderson, fires up a 3, no good. Rebound tipped, controlled, and brought away by Jasmine Henderson. Jasmine goes up for the layup, missed it, no good. Rebound brought away and cleared out by the Lady Rebels, Lindy Russell. Russell is a senior, the 5'11" wing player. She's pretty good size and more of a post body actually. The jump ball is going to be called as Nikki Porter was tied up on the floor, and it will be Lady Rebel basketball and some subs coming in. Number 34, Leah Woodruff, and that's it. She replaces Nikki Porter. it will be Lindy Russell to work the basketball in. Has yet to do so, now gets it into Marquita Porter. Back to Russell, who hands it over to Woodruff. Woodruff working against pressure applied by Jasmine Henderson. Here's a steal by Jennifer Wilson. Wilson catches the deflected ball up to the floor to Barnard. Barnard behind the back pass to Jasmine Henderson, and she dropped it. What a great pass from Danielle Barnard as she made the behind the back pass, and a timeout's gonna be called by Coach Jill Prudden. We'll take one ourselves. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Back here at Halls High School gym, it's going to be Lady Rebel basketball that come out of the timeout called by Coach Prudden. And Coach Prudden and Coach Berkey haven't been too pleased with the last few trips down the floor for the Lady Wildcats. They've been out of control a little bit and had several turnovers. Both teams kind of matching each other with turnovers right now. This will be Marquita Porter in the paint to McCauley, and she will knock the ball out of bounds as it was partially tipped by Jennifer Wilson, but it would hit McCauley's hand last as it went out of bounds. And Lady Wildcat basketball once again. Lady Wildcats playing with Brandon Long at the point, Jennifer Wilson and Jamaica King at the post, Danielle Barnard and Jasmine Henderson on the wings. Here's Jamaica, a little free throw line jumper, no good. Rebound brought away. Jamaica couldn't track it down, and it will still be Lady Rebel basketball, and the Lady Wildcats have gotten a little sloppy with their play here as of late. They were up by 22 or 23, and now the lead is 54 to 28, excuse me. As I can't speak tonight. David has no voice and I can't get my words out. Not a good combination. Here's a steal by Danielle Barnard. She's gonna be fouled as she was going in for the layup. The foul is gonna go against Leah Woodruff. That'll be her first foul, and it will be Danielle Barnard to the free throw line. Actually, the foul is on the floor, so she won't be going to the free throw line. That's the third team foul, and it will be Brandy Long to work the ball in for the Lady Wildcats. Brandy looking, tries to get into Jamaica King, now does. Jamaica layup. Nice little play by the Lady Wildcats, and Jamaica King gets her first two, and the Lady Wildcats lead now 56 to 28, 28-point lead. And back the other way will come Sarah Fedeke. She works it over to Woodruff, fires up a shot, no good. Rebound right away, Jamaica King. Big board for that time for Jamaica. She went up and ripped it away from two Lady Rebel players. Here's Wilson, shot on the other end, in and out, no good. Rebound brought away by Jasmine Henderson. Henderson to Brandy Long, skips it to Barnard, had an open three, now goes into Jamaica. Turns, spinning. They're gonna call an offensive foul as Jamaica picks up her third foul. As I believe she might have cleared out just a little bit that time, David, with her arm, and she was spinning to the goal, had her elbow up, and kind of gave a little shove to number 34, Leah Woodruff. It will be Woodruff to work the ball in. She gets it right back from Fedeke, and back the other way will come Woodruff. Woodruff yet to break the timeline. Here's a steal by Jasmine Henderson. Jasmine goes in for the layup and instead is fouled. Foul as she was slashing to the goal to shoot it. The foul is going to be on the floor, and I believe the foul will go against Woodruff, and that's going to be Woodruff's second foul. Renee Robinson checking into the ball game for the Lady Wildcats. She replaces Jamaica King, who's come in the second half and provided a little bit of boost. She's had several rebounds, has 2 points, and it will be Brandy Long to inbound the basketball. Long trying to get it to Wilson, and the ball is going to be tied up, and it will be Lady Wildcat basketball staying underneath the goal on the change of possession, as it's going to be Brandy to inbound the ball once again. As the officials cannot read the arrow, David. It's a bright red arrow over there. It kind of points in one direction. This time it points to the Lady Wildcats, and they're trying to give it to the Lady Rebels. Here's the entry pass in the to Danielle Long three-pointer, no good. Rebound brought away by the Lady Rebels. This will be Nikki Porter now with the basketball. The Lady Wildcats look like they're into a half-court trap. This will be Marquita Porter breaking it, throwing it right through the wickets of Laura McCauley, as it was one of those in-betweeners. It was a bounce pass, but the only problem is it bounced about an inch and a half before it got to her, and it skirted right through her legs. 2:30 here to go in this third quarter. Lady Wildcats on top 56-28. Lady Rebels have only scored 2 points here in the third quarter. Lady Wildcats have only scored 6. Neither team playing particularly great basketball right now. Here's Barnard with the basketball now. Picks up her dribble, works it to Henderson to Brandy Long. Open three on its way, no good. Rebound by Brandy Long. Gets her own board, now throws it in to Renee Robinson. Great pass, and Renee will score her first 2 in the night. Great little series that time by Brandy. She missed the open three, but got her board, then threw a laser of a pass into the lane, and Renee Robinson scored her first 2 passes. Yes, David Clary, it was a laser. It was a BB. And back the other way will come Nikki Porter. Porter throws the ball into McCauley, spinning and shooting and scoring. And Laura McCauley scores her 11th. Wow. And kind of a quiet 11. They've been behind by so much here in this ball game that her great performance has kind of been overshadowed. Here's Barnard with the basketball. Works it right back to Brandy Long after she picked up her dribble at the free throw line. Brandy will reset the offense as the Lady Wildcats lead 58-30. This is Jasmine Henderson with the basketball now. Penetrates to the lane. Tries to get the pass to Renee Robinson. Here's Wilson catching the loose ball and handing it back to Brandy Long. Brandy will reset the offense once again, letting for the Lady Wildcats to get set. Now hands it to Renee Robinson and works it to Wilson. Free throw line jumper, she didn't shoot it. She passes over to Long. Brandy will reset the offense as Lady Wildcats eating a little bit of clock right now. I don't think they're holding for the final shot. Here's Jasmine Henderson with the basketball now. Looking, finds Wilson cutting. Will Jennifer wanted to shoot, needs some help. Now gets it over to Danielle. Danielle goes baseline, puts up the shot off the glass, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Jasmine Henderson, and it will be Lady Rebel basketball. Not a great series that time by the Lady Wildcats as they couldn't quite get into their offensive set. Got to give credit to Maryville though. They applied some good defense that time and wouldn't let the Lady Wildcats get an open look. Here comes Porter going all the way in for the layup. Uncontested by the Lady Wildcats, and Nikki Porter gets her 4th point. Here's Barnard with the basketball now. 30 seconds here to go in the third quarter. Lady Wildcats are going to hold for the final shot, I believe, as this will be Brandy Long dribbling the ball at the midcourt circle. As the crowd, David Clary, you're exactly right, it's just completely packed. Standing, large numbers of Clinton students looks like standing down to our right. More students standing over across the gym to our right. More people standing across the gym to our left, and more standing below us to our left. People all over the place. Here's Wilson at the buzzer. Shot, no good. Barnard's going to get one final shot. Back up, no good. Wilson tips at the buzzer, no good. Final score, or final total at the end after 3 quarters. Lady Wildcats 58, Lady Rebels 32. We'll be back in 60 seconds. He goes here. Somebody's wearing a leather jacket there. Who is? Here we go. Where is it? Back here at Halls High School gym, Ryan Gooch along with David Clary. Our engineer back in the station might be Pablo Nazarabich, might be Jared Tharp. There's going to be a change occurring sometime. We just don't know when. Lady Wildcats coming out here in the fourth quarter, applying the full court press. Here's the 3 on its way. No good by Russell. Rebound. I believe a foul is going to be called against Lindsay McGinnis. McGinnis, that's going to be her 4th. And she was in the ball game for no more than about 12 seconds before she picked up her 4th foul. I'm doing the play-by-play right now because David's voice is struggling him a little bit, and he wants to make sure he has voice enough left to do the boys game. Hopefully David will be able to. If not, I might be getting a quarter or 2 of the boys game, but I highly doubt that. Lady Wildcats on their way to a victory right now. Earlier tonight, we saw the Halls Red Devils knock off the Maryville Rebels. I don't have the score there, but also the Halls will go on to this sectional. They will play on Thursday as Wilson goes in and scores for the Lady Wildcats, getting her first points of the second half. Now 24 points in the ball game. Also in the girls' consolation game, Bearden beat the Heritage Lady Mountaineers by 2 points on free throws with about 2 seconds left by Jennifer Simpson. And here's Jasmine Henderson getting another bucket for the Lady Wildcats, and she has 14. As both Bearden and Halls advance to the sectionals, as will the Lady Wildcats and the Lady Rebels. Only difference is Lady Wildcats will get the bye. Here's Lindsay McGinnis getting the loose ball on the rebound, coming down, nice pass into Wilson. She turns, she spins, she shoots. No good as the shot rimmed out as it hit the back of the rim and bounced out. Here will come Nikki Porter with the ball for the Lady Rebels. She hands it over. Here's nearly still by Wilson as the ball was worked into the post to number 54 Pickett. Back to Porter. Porter fires up a shot, no good. Rebound brought away. Here's a steal by Wilson. Wilson just kind of takes the ball out of the hands of Sarah Fedeke, and back the other way will come Barnard. Great pass to McGinnis. Little 5-footer, and Lindsay will score her 10th point. And I believe that's the 4th Lady Wildcat in double figures tonight. 3rd Lady Wildcat in double figures tonight. 4th, I was right. This will be Nikki Porter with the basketball now. She works it over to Fedeke. Fedeke picks up her dribble and now works it to the post for a shot on its way. No good as Pickett missed the shot from just inside the free throw line. This will be McGinnis with the ball for the Lady Wildcats. Inside, the pass comes from Jasmine Henderson to Renee Robinson, and Renee lost the ball. Nice post defense applied that time by Lindy Russell. And here's the Maryville Lady Rebels coming back the other way. Here's a little open 7-footer by McCauley, and McCauley will knock it down. 13 points now for Long McCauley, and the Lady Wildcats lead by 30 once again, 64-34. Here's Jasmine Henderson with the basketball now for the Lady Wildcats as more fans continuing to file in. Wilson spins, shoots from the free throw line, no good. After having such a great half, Jennifer struggling a little bit here in the second, only 1 of 6. Here's the foul is going to be called on Jasmine Henderson, but way before that, David Clary, that Nikki Porter should have turned the ball over. A carry should have been called, that was not. But really, the Lady Wildcats don't have anything to complain about as they lead 64-34. Some substitutions coming in for the Lady Wildcats. Lindsay McGinnis and Jennifer Wilson check out, being replaced by Brandy Long and Erin Hinton. The Lady Wildcats playing with Brandy Long, Danielle Barnard, Renee Robinson, Erin Hinton, and Jasmine Henderson. Here is Fedeke with the basketball now, working it into McCauley, and she loses the ball once again. As I don't know how many turnovers the Lady Rebels have, but it is probably above 20, maybe 25. They have a ton. They can't seem to break the Lady Wildcat defense tonight. The Lady Wildcats have just stifled the Lady Rebels on the defensive end of the floor. Here's Renee Robinson with the basketball now, over to Hinton. Hinton looking into the post to Jasmine Henderson, needs to do something with the basketball. Now gets it to Jasmine. Jasmine spins, shoots, missed the layup though. Rushed her shot a little bit, as I think she was surprised she was so wide open. Here is Porter with the basketball now, giving it into her sister Marquita, and I believe a charge is going to be called. And Lady Wildcat fans, if you had to guess who took that charge, I bet you could. Erin Hinton hits the floor, and it's not a Lady Wildcat game unless Erin Hinton hits the floor hard at least one time on a charge. Erin does a great job drawing charges, and David, you can write that down. Oak Ridge advancing to get the bye in the first round of the sub-state. Oh, you already did. This will be Nikki Porter picking up her, I believe that might be Nikki Porter's 2nd foul here in this ball game, her 3rd foul. That's going to be the 16th foul, I believe, against the Lady Rebels, as it will be Danielle Barnard that worked the ball in this time for the Lady Wildcats. Danielle looking to get the ball into Brandy. Instead, she gets it into Erin Hinton, who hands it right back to Danielle. Danielle hands the ball over to Brandy Long, who will reset the offense in motion for the Lady Wildcats to lead by 30, 64-34. Been kind of a slow half for the Lady Wildcats. Have only scored 14 points. Lady Rebels have only scored 8 though. Here's nearly a steal by McCauley. Hinton saves it away though for the Lady Wildcats, and hands it right back to Brandy Long. Long with the basketball now, setting off a pick from Hinton. Has an open 3 instead, won't take it. Now penetrates into the lane. Nice pass into Erin Hinton. And Erin would go in, draw the foul, get the bucket, and get her first 2 points. And that is the foul will go against Marquita Porter, her 3rd. Good job that time by Brandy Long. Had the wide open 3. I thought she might want to shoot it, but Brandy knows much more about how to run the point guard position than I would ever do, because she is the all-time leading assist leader at Oak Ridge High School. Gets another one right there. She got the post feed in to Erin Hinton. Free throws missed. Renee Robinson scraps for the rebound. Cannot get it though. And the rebound will be brought away by Woodruff. Renee Robinson playing great D. Here's the outlet pass up the floor to McCauley. Spins and shoots and scores. McCauley will get her 15th. She's had a good ball game. She's 4-4 in the second half. Here's Jasmine Henderson going in for a layup. Couldn't get the shot to fall, but she was fouled. And that's going to be the 4th foul on Marquita Porter. Lady Wildcats lead 66-36. 4:03 here to go in the ball game. 4th quarter, Lady Wildcats on top. Great game for the Lady Wildcats. As I look down the stat sheet, Danielle Barnard has 11. Jasmine Henderson has 14. She's at the free throw line for 2 more shots, whereas she is 3 of 6 from the line. Lindsay McGinnis has 10. Wilson has 24 to lead all scorers. Renee Robinson, Aaron Hinton, and Jamaica King all have 2 points. And actually, David, that might have been the 5th foul against Marquita Porter, as she has come out of the ball game and she is replaced by Kate Minzer. To the free throw line will go Jasmine Henderson. That was the 8th team foul, so the Lady Wildcats will be shooting free throws the rest of the way. It's just a matter of whether it will be the 1 in the bonus or the 2 shots. Really doesn't matter though, because the Lady Wildcats are on their way to a victory. And more importantly, a 1st round bye in the sectional tournament at Freedom Hall in Johnson City next week. And now 15 points for Jasmine Henderson. The Lady Wildcats will play the winner of the Bearden-Greenville game Friday, March the 5th at 6:45 at Freedom Hall. This will be the Maryville Lady Rebels with the basketball. Now here's a steal by Brandy Long. That's just the deflection was brought away by Hinton. What a pass up the floor to Aaron Hinton, and Aaron Hinton will collect herself and score her 4th point. These Maryville Lady Rebels will play Tennessee High at 4 o'clock Thursday at 3:30. Tennessee High has been ranked in the top 10 all year long. They stumbled a little bit in the regional tournament, and because of that, they're going to be forced to play 3 ball games if they want to advance to the state championships. Here's a missed shot, rebounded, brought away by Renee Robinson. Down the floor to Jasmine Henderson. Jasmine skips it to Renee. Over to Danielle Barnard. Open 3 on its way. Danielle cannot knock it down. There's Renee though on the putback, and she missed it. Rebound tip, controlled and brought away by Nikki Porter. Nikki Porter coming down the floor. Puts up a shot, no good, as a lot of contact underneath the goal. No foul was called. Back the other way will race Jasmine Henderson. Henderson looking into the post, gets it to Hinton. Hinton skips it out to Danielle Barnard. Barnard to Hinton, spinning from the free throw line. Shot in and out, no good. Rebound brought away by the Lady Rebels, and here's a steal by Jasmine Henderson. That was started though by Renee Robinson, who was hustling after the basketball and caused the Lady Rebels to turn the ball over. The foul is going to go against number 32, Kate Minzer, and it's going to be Lady Wildcats making some substitutions. Nicole Pulfus checking in for Barnard, and Elizabeth Pulfus will check in for Jasmine Henderson after the 2 free throws. Lady Wildcats lead by 33 points, 69-36, 2:48 here to go. Lady Wildcats on the way to the sectionals as the number 1 seed from Region 2. It's been a great season for the Lady Wildcats. They will now be 34-1 as the free throw was missed, rebounded and brought away by Renee Robinson. Gets it to Aaron Hinton as the ball's on the floor, rebounded, saved away by the Lady Rebels. As I said, 34-1 are the Lady Wildcats. Their only loss to South Broward in the Cruel Classic, and a cheerleader takes it off the face as the Maryville Lady Rebels says, "You haven't pepped us up enough, cheerleader. I'm gonna throw the ball off your face," and that's exactly what happened. But luckily, it just kind of hit her on the side of the head, not the face. As Lady Wildcats making some final substitutions. Jasmine Henderson checking out, as does Brandy Long. Oak Ridge now will win the region 13 out of the last 14 years. Just an incredible streak. I believe that other region victory was by Campbell County, if I'm not mistaken, a few years ago. William Blunt, excuse me, because I knew it was a team other than the Lady Wildcats. I thought it might have been Campbell County, but instead it was William Blunt. This will be Hinton with the basketball now, working it over to Elizabeth Pulfus, who's in the ball game. Lady Wildcats playing with Elizabeth Pulfus, Stacy Long, who has the ball right now, Renee Robinson, Nicole Pulfus, and Aaron Hinton. Hinton with the ball now, back to Nicole Pulfus, wanted to shoot a 3, instead works it to Renee, who gives it right back to Nicole. Nicole works off a screen, runs right through really the screen, and she didn't do a very good job using it. And here's a foul going to be called against Leah Woodruff. Woodruff will pick up her 3rd foul in the ball game, I believe, as the Clinton Dragon mascot is here. And the last time we saw the Clinton Dragon mascot, David, she got run over by Jermaine Shepard underneath the goal. I'm sure the Clinton Lady Dragon mascot will not be looking to get run over again tonight. That happened last week in the region final game, or the district final game, as Jermaine Shepard is going hard to the goal. The Lady Dragon mascot, or the Dragon mascot, who is a young lady from Clinton High School, got run over by Jermaine, hit her. I think she was more embarrassed than anything, but nevertheless, she was run over. Stacy Long to the free throw line. Free throw no good, and the Lady Wildcats not shooting free throws very well tonight. A lot of misses as I look down the free throw line. This will be Maryville with the basketball. Lady Wildcats lead With 1:40 here to go, stay tuned. We'll have the all-tournament team coming up. I have a feeling the tournament MVP, has a little bit of a fracas going on over there against the sideline, is Renee Robinson and one of the Lady Rebels going after the basketball. Have a feeling, David, I might call it right now, Lindsay McGinnis is going to be the tournament MVP. She's just had 3 great games. Here's a turnover once again by the Lady Rebels, and they just can't hold on to the basketball. They've turned the ball over 25, 30 times tonight. That might be exaggerating a little bit, but it seems like they've turned the ball over every single time down the floor. Erin Hinton with the basketball to work it in. She gets it into Nicole Pulfus, who will bring the ball across the timeline for the Lady Wildcats. As 1:30 here to go in the ball game. Renee Robinson with the basketball over to Elizabeth Pulfus. Elizabeth inside Erin Hinton, puts up the shot, no good. Rebound almost brought away by Stacy Long, and Stacy does get the rebound. I believe she's going to be called for a double dribble though, as it will be Lady Rebel basketball after the double dribble violation committed by Stacy Long. Lady Wildcats on their way to another victory. I said a moment ago, 13 out of the last 14 times we have won the Region 2 championship. Just an incredible run for the Lady Wildcats. I believe they've only been upset 1 time, David, in the sub-state and during that whole run. So it's been a great last few years for the Lady Wildcats. Here's a shot, no good. Rebound to Hinton. 45 seconds here to go in this ball game. More fans still trying to pack their way somehow into this gym. Here's Robinson getting the post feed from Elizabeth Pulfus out to Nicole, and that's going to be an over and back violation. 30.8 seconds here to go as the Clinton student section is beginning to stand up across the way, as we'll have to see what the Oak Ridge fans do. Oak Ridge fans standing up to applaud the Lady Wildcats. There's victory here tonight, another region championship, and here's another turnover by the Lady Rebels. And David, I think you're probably glad you're not doing the end of this ball game because it's taken forever. A lot of turnovers, a lot of sloppy play. The voice is being saved.
You know, I've been waiting to see Phil Fulmer's daughter come in. She hasn't gotten into the ball game yet. I've been looking around the gym for him. I guess he's not here.
This will be Nicole Pulfus with the basketball now. Needing some help, 17 seconds. Lady Wildcats just holding the basketball. Maryville season's not over. They too advance to the sectional final. Only problem is they don't get a bye. Lady Wildcats get the bye though, and they will play, as I said, next Friday at 6:45 against the winner of the Bearden-Greenville game. That's the buzzer. Lady Wildcats win the Region 2 championship, 69-36. What a great region, a great year for the Lady Wildcats in the regular season, the district tournament, and now the region tournament. They struggled a little bit the first game, the first 2 games. They come home, win a strong championship game tonight. 33 points, David Clay. What a game.
Primarily because of the first half that the Wildcats scored, where they had 50 points in the first half. They only scored 19 in the second half, but the game was well in hand at that point. Big win for the Lady Wildcats, and now we're about to have the presentation of the all-tournament team down on the floor. Big win for the Lady Wildcats, 69-36. Coming up here in about 20 minutes, the Oak Ridge High School boys game will get underway as they take on the Clinton Dragons for the 4th time. Oak Ridge beat them last week at the district championship, as we're about to have the presentation of the plaques and the all-tournament team. I would have guessed like you that Lindsay McGinnis probably would secure the most valuable player award, but after today's ball game, the way Jennifer played, I'm not too sure. It could be a toss-up right now. About to have the presentation of the all-tournament team. Ryan?
I'll do it a little bit more, David, just to save your voice. The Lady Rebels getting their runner-up region plaque right now as they're getting a standing ovation from everybody here in the gym. As coming up next will be the Oak Ridge Wildcats versus the Clinton Dragons once again for the region final. And the Lady Wildcats now getting the region championship plaque for the 13th out of 14 years. What a run by the Lady Wildcats, and they get a well-deserved round of applause from everybody here in this gym. As we're about to have the presentation of the all-tournament team, as the Lady Wildcats still celebrating a little bit too much out on the floor, celebrating the victory, celebrating the region championship, as the all-region team is getting ready to be announced, as the all-region team, I guess, will probably include 1 or 2 players from each team from Clinton High School. I believe it'll be Sheena Weaver, becoming the first member of the all-tournament team out there. Sheena, only a sophomore, I believe. Now from, I believe now, they said Jennifer McGinnis from Farragut. Oh, Heritage, excuse me. And now from Heritage, also Andrea Plemons. Neither of those two ladies are here. Heritage, Jennifer McGinnis and Andrea Plemons, both from Heritage. Waiting on the players to make their way on the floor. I don't think they're here. From Bearden High School, I'm guessing this is going to be Vanessa Brabson will get also on the all-tournament team. I'm guessing that we're getting ready to see or hear the name of Jennifer Simpson called as well. That's the case, is Jennifer Simpson is also on the all-region team. And Jennifer Simpson is here tonight. We're now 2 of 5 with players in the house on the all-tournament team, but those numbers are getting ready to go up because they have yet to get to the Lady Wildcats and Lady Rebels on the all-tournament team. From Maryville High School, Marquita Porter will make the all-tournament team. As she did a pretty good job tonight. She fouled out of the ball game. I think we probably didn't see her best game. Also from Maryville High School, Nikki Porter, her sister. I'll get it in a second. Nikki Porter, also from Maryville High School.
From Maryville as well. Also, they'll have Laura McCulley as the only all-tournament team. We've yet to have any Lady Wildcats, but I would assume we'll have a few, as the Lady Wildcats have one from Oak Ridge. Number 20, Danielle Barnard. She was the most valuable player last week at the district tournament. She is on the all-tournament team tonight. Also from Oak Ridge, Lindsay McGinnis. Lindsay McGinnis is on the all-tournament team. And I guess the most valuable player is about to be announced here. And indeed, the most valuable player from Oak Ridge High School happens to be Jennifer Wilson. So Jennifer, with a fantastic game today, comes up with the all-tournament most valuable player for the second consecutive year. Jennifer Wilson is the most valuable player of this tournament. And that's a great honor for her. More importantly, the Lady Wildcats have a bye at the sectional tournament. They will not play until 6:45 a week from tonight against the winner of the Greenville-Bearden ball game. That game will take place 6:45 on Thursday. We're on AM 1290 WATO and Tennessee Cablevision Channel 12. We're going to send it back to our engineer back at WATO. It just happens to be perhaps Jared Tharp, perhaps Paul Nazarevich. Oak Ridge and Clinton coming up here in a few short moments. The Wildcats and the Dragons for the 4th time. And we're going to take a break now. We'll be back to the Halls High School gym with Coach Prudden, statistics, and a whole lot more following this 3-minute timeout. Let's get it on reputation.
I don't have any boxes.